So, welcome to Wani. With us today, we have Lars Petrov, the soaring, whiskey-drenched singer of Entombed A.D. How you doing, brother?
I'm fine, fine. To be talking to you.
It's an honor. Now, Dead Dawn, I had a look at the artwork. It's immense. It's got a lot of reflection of various things which is happening around Entombed. Will be out in another 40 days. How's the
Yes.
excitement level in the band? Basically, this is the
It's
second phase of New Entombed.
yeah. I mean, and it's coming out like within 2 years after the release of the last
Right.
one, and it shows that we have been productive. We've been taking care of time.
Hmm.
We start doing the songs pretty early after the release of the last album,
Hmm.
and we knew it was gonna take time, like, yeah, 10 to 15 months, and we just went for it, and here we are. I mean, here I am talking to you, and just awaiting the release too, and then after we're gonna do the things that we're supposed to do,
Absolutely.
go on tour, and yeah, maybe, yeah, in the relatively near future, start working on the new album again.
Yeah, that
But
that's
but right now we're really excited.
yeah, you guys would be occupied for the next few years with this album as well. And like I said, I was surprised that there wasn't any single release because we are very close to the. I was like, why is it
Yeah,
happening? I mean, it should be out because I've been listening to the album. I got the copy like I think 2 weeks ago, and I just can't stop listening to it. I mean, I
cool.
gotta give it to you guys. A wonderful follow-up to Back in the Front.
Thank you. It's like you see, it puts a smile on my face.
Definitely.
And it's really good to hear people's opinion about the album, whether it's good or bad. I mean, as long as you have an honest opinion,
Right.
that's good for us, and that makes us just more, striving to do better and more music, basically.
Yeah, totally. And
It's just like,
I can surely call it as the next step in the evolution of Entombed.
yeah, I mean, we've been working on these songs, like I said, for a while, but and doing it. I mean, uh, inside the space of 2 years.
Right.
That's people. Some people were going like, "Oh, but it's only
Two
been two
years.
years," and we were like, "Oh, it's that a bad thing?" But they were like, "No, it's a great thing," and that shows that people want music. They don't want any drama. They want their music. They want to see us live, I hope, and we're gonna do the best of it. And that's really cool that we have this tour as well with
Right.
Behemoth and Up and Inquisition before the album is released. So then we can try out some new songs as well and see if first of all, if we can play them.
That's awesome because it definitely with Back in the Front as well and what you have done previously in your career. This new version of Entombed is insanely heavy and definitely, like I said, the next step. But as we know that Back in the Front, there was a lot of things happening behind the scene, and also when the album came out, it exceeded the expectations. But with this one, Dead Dawn, you had more time, like be more focused on this, absorb, let the songs grow, and then basically record. So it must have been more like a calm and a soothing session to write these songs to make sure that there is quality in it and it has to match the expectations of the fans.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And by start working that earlier as we did, we had the time to, take two steps forward, and then, when it didn't feel comfortable, we just backed or one step back,
Hmm.
and had an overall view of what was going to be, and now when we finally put it, recorded it,
Hmm.
it's going to come out soon, and you when you feel you have the right songs and the songs you want to have on it,
Right.
the confidence rises and you feel more relaxed.
Absolutely.
It's like you can, you can start breathing again.
Definitely. And Nico definitely doesn't want us to breathe with his crushing riffs. I mean, be it Silent Assassin or even, my favorite Total Death or even The Winner Has Lost. I mean, there are acoustic passages, there are grooves, there's melody, there's everything what Entombed is known for.
Exactly, and I think we managed to fit that all in, on the whole concept of the album and in the actual songs.
Hmm.
It's like, I think, like Nico said, it's a kind of a sinister feeling to it, and almost like it's creepy sometimes.
Right.
There's some melodic passages, but they're not that,
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
It's more like a funeral attendance, which the feeling there is great. And I mean, we combine groovy stuff. There are some doomy stuff there as well,
Absolutely.
and with the crushing metal riffs, and sometimes you go back and you build it up. So when it hits, it gives the more effect.
Absolutely, because not just the songwriting here, the production here keeps it even more interesting. It's exactly that the raw organic sound which reflects basically the essence of Entombed.
Exactly, and I mean, when we worked with the producers, Jakob Hellner and Thomas Heck, they knew what we were all about. They were not going to come in and change the whole Entombed AD concept. They knew where we come from. They knew our history. So when we finally recorded the stuff, and then we had total confidence in the guys. We let everything to them to do the mix and the mastering.
Right.
And when it came back, they did an excellent job. It was just what we look for, this raw guitars and heavy drums and stuff, and we managed to keep a little bit of the old school, but with a more update sound.
Absolutely, and your vocals, I mean, they're amazing. I mean, I heard you guys live, and then when I listened to the album, it's exactly what I expect. That is an organic, kind of dark, filthy sound of yours, which is basically, it feels like I'm basically seeing Entombed live when I listen to Dead Dawn. So that's a wonderful approach. How was it for you in terms of recording your vocals? Was there any difference you did on this album as compared to the previous?
Maybe a little bit, because for this time around we tried to stay within our limits. We didn't try to get out of our comfort zone in a way, because in a studio you can do anything you want. True. Basically. But if you do something that you can't handle, that's going to show when you perform it live, for example. So we tried to back a little bit, and then the vocals felt more comfortable, and they went more deep. And when you get the more high-pitched vocals, the effect was even greater. You know what I mean? So we just took it, calm, didn't rush anything, but we worked very efficient.
That's wonderful. And how about lyrics? What sort of is this a concept album? If not, then what does it indicate? Because the artwork has a lot of there's a lot of meaning which comes out of it. So what was it for you to basically sit and basically let that nerd or a geek inside you come out and write the lyrics?
Yeah, I mean, lyric-wise, I'm not a big lyrical lyrical man. I mean, Nico, Victor, Ola, they did most of it. But every morning you wake up to a dead dog, if you don't have a plan. But then after a solid breakfast, you start to think, the ideas come out, and then during the day you just you build something up, and then at the end of the day you make something out of it, like we did this album, and then you just I mean, the lyrics on this album are very dark and pessimistic. Right. But in the world we're living in today, who is not? But I mean, at the end of the day, you just pick the ball up, go through the day. You know, shit's gonna happen now and then. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes they do, and you gotta be prepared for it mentally, physically.
Absolutely true.
And you just deal with it, and you make up sort of a plan, a goal, a deadline, whatever, and you try to fulfill it.
True, absolutely. I saw you guys live at Metal Hammer Paradise in November, and we had an interview also planned, but I don't know, there was some scheduling issues, and then I was like, okay, anyway, the album is coming out, so it would be cool to have a chat. But that was my first time seeing you, and I obviously the 80% of the material was from your, let's say the previous version of Entombed, and now with the new album gives you a chance to play a lot more songs from Back to the Front, a lot more songs from Dead Dawn. So that would basically be interesting.
Yes, it will indeed. I mean, this tour coming up with Behemoth and stuff, it's coming up before the album release. So it's going to be a perfect opportunity to maybe play one or two songs live. First of all, see if we can play them, like I said, and then see the reaction of the crowd and stuff like that. So that's going to be really, really interesting. And we're going to have 45 minutes. It's going to be intense, just pure energy, just going all in every night and just meet the people. It's going to be great.
I also wanted to discuss something really, amazing about seeing you guys live was there's that essence of Swedish flavor which comes out of you. Obviously you guys bring from Sweden, and I could never find an answer to this question that what mark has basically Swedish death metal has placed all over the world. I mean, everyone remembers Sweden because of the Gothenburg or even the death metal sound, even though we have bands from every part of the world playing death metal, but still we remember Swedish. Why is it so that how did it make a mark in the metal in terms of the Swedish death metal sound, like in Unleashed or Entombed, etc.?
Yeah, you have Grave and lots. I think it's Dismember. I think you have that raw sound, as you mentioned, and also I think you can hear in the songs the frustration and it comes from the soul. Like a scream can be like you can hear the darkness of the northern darkness we have right now in Sweden. It's darkness when you wake up, darkness when you go. Yeah, I mean, and back in those days it was the same. So I mean, you were pretty much inside in the rehearsal room because it was so cold and dark outside. So the only thing you could do was, make desperate songs. And I think you can feel that it was not manufactured, like it was manufactured for people.
Yeah.
You can hear it in the desperation and the riffs and stuff.
That's amazing, dude. And also, I know that although it's not out, that you guys will be heading to North America with Amon Amarth, so which is really amazing that you have Amon Amarth and you guys playing a tour together. That's amazing. I think it's around 1.5 month tour. So
yeah, 6 months of pure Viking Macedonian metal.
Yeah, that's amazing. Even Amon Amarth are coming with an album, so it would be wonderful to see you guys go to North America and play.
Yeah. I mean, when that came up, it was like, and we have been touring with Amon Amarth in Europe, and they live in the same town.
Absolutely.
We even support the same football team, and so, and they're the best guys. So we're really, really looking forward to that. And they're going well in the States as well.
Yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
a perfect opportunity for us to see what we can do over there. And we were there last year, but that tour got a little interrupted. But
yeah, with Deicide and all.
Yeah, but we went home, did the album instead. So and now we're coming back in even more full force. So one bit bad thing leads to better things in the end.
Absolutely. That's amazing. Good to hear, Lars. So how about we conclude the interview with you defining the sound of Dead Dawn in, let's say, just one sentence?
Oh, it's a new wave of British. No, it's the new wave of Swedish old school.
Old school. There you go. Thanks a lot, Lars. Had an honor having a chat with you. Good luck with the release. Good luck with all the the upcoming touring schedule. I look forward to In fact, I was in Germany for the last 3-4 months, and I came back to India. I'm basically from India, so I would love to see you guys come towards this part of the world soon.
That would be great. And again, very nice chat with you, man.